If you feel like you're somebody who constantly gets stuck in half guard because of a knee shield, this video is for you. I'm going to show you 5 different ways to pass half guard when somebody has a tight knee shield in, and the last one is my absolute favorite, so stick around. First thing, my partner is going to be here. He's going to have a low knee shield. So right now, Max has this knee shield in my hip, and really there's 2 things that are going on when somebody has a good knee shield. Generally speaking, they're also using some kind of frames, whether it's frames or an underhook. I have to deal with the lower body and the upper body. If I just had to deal with the lower body, it's tricky enough because Max can keep me off with his knee shield alone. But when I have the upper body to play with too, it makes it a little bit trickier. When I look at knee shields, I like to think of it as 3 ways that we can clear them, okay? We can go through them, we can go away from them, or we can go around them. The first one I think is the easiest, going away from them. Obviously, at any rate, I could just stand up and back away and Max doesn't have a knee shield. That doesn't do me much good if I actually want to pass his guard. But if I couple that with getting inside elbow position, I can find myself in a staple situation or even in a side smash situation. So I start my right hand on the hip and my left hand is going to be on Max's bottom knee. And I want to make sure I control this the whole way through. The first thing we're going to do is post our left foot off the floor. And from here, I'm going to start to dig my right elbow to the inside. So you'll notice here, my right hand is flat on Max's hip. When I post this left leg, I'm going to drop my shoulder and I'm going to bring my right elbow to the inside. And now from here, I'm going to start to walk my hips to the right as I lift Max's knee off the floor here. And you'll notice I walk myself more into a side smash situation. And now from here, we have a bunch of different passes we can do where we hip switch over the top. Or if we don't want to take ourselves right into side smash, make a knee shield. Here, I can post the same way. I can pummel the elbow. I can walk and come right back in. And now we're in a situation where that knee shield has been popped out. We can always force half guard again, getting chest to chest with our partner. Or I would prefer, if I do have the knee over with the knee shield out, I'll just make an underhook and I'll look to knee cut all the way through. So in my opinion, that's probably the simplest way, right? Just getting the elbow to the inside, walking back. But sometimes that's not the right answer. There are times when I have a partner who really, I just can't let them get up. I can't give them any space and I need to go forward. In these cases, I like to go through the knee shield using a sprawling method. What I'm going to do is take my right hand on the hip and left hand on the knee. I'm again going to post this left foot. Even if Max has this double shoulder frame here, all I'm going to look to do is bring my head down to his shoulder, sprawl my right leg, and drop my right hip. And what I want to do here is collapse his knees together. So even when we're here, if Max has this low knee shield, as my head lowers, look how I'm going to put my right hand to his spine, and I'm going to twist my hip here. I put my right hip down to the floor to make Max's knees come together, okay? Now, from here we have a few different passes we're gonna look at. The first one, I'm gonna take my left hand from the bottom knee to the top knee. I'm gonna make a thumb post in his knee joint. I'm gonna bring my left foot, I'm gonna pummel it behind Max's Achilles here. The way I like to do this is by walking my right knee forward and now stepping my left foot back. Once I get the left foot behind Max's Achilles, I get off of my knees. I want to make sure I have all my weight down on Max so he can't start to elevate me here. From this position, my right hand is going to reach up to Max's far trap, and I'm going to pull my ear close to Max's neck this way. What I can't do here, guys, is give Max the underhook. So oftentimes guys will go here when they pull themselves up, they will flare their shoulder, making their shoulder go above their partner's elbow, and they'll do this. And now I've given Max the underhook, and obviously Max is just going to go to my back, and now there's a bad day coming for us. So here, look at my right hand. Even if Max is framing, when I put my right hand, I drop my hip, I make sure that I stay behind this elbow. And as I pull myself up, I'm ensuring that Max does not take this underhook because of my weight here. Now my left hand comes on top, I walk the bottom leg to my left, and now we're here, okay? I have this nice situation where now I'm gonna look to pass the guard. As I pull myself up here, all we're gonna do, simplest option, we're just gonna walk behind. I'm gonna walk my hips to my right, and I pass Max's guard. I have a near side underhook, so here it's the easiest thing. We can come in, start making a top arm pin, and we can look to the back. Again, let's look at this from just a different angle. When we're here, Max makes this knee shield. Notice I have the right hand on the hip, my left hand's on his knee. I post my left foot. Watch how when I tap Max's back, I twist my hip to collapse his hips together. Tap one, sprawl two. Look how I brought his elbow in front of me. There's no threat of the underhook right now. I reach to this top trap right here. My head's low, I pull myself up, and I'm going to pummel my left foot behind Max's Achilles. Now from here, my left hand's pushing on the top knee. I'm going to walk everything behind, and we finish in top side control, okay? I like this sprawling method a lot because it can pinch my partner's knees together. It gives me access in. One thing that you'll find, sometimes guys will look to frame on you here. So when you start to sprawl through, they'll push either on your hip, they'll reach around your arm, and they'll make their hands a little bit wider. If Max does this, he gives me more options to pass his guard using a knee cut from this same sprawl. So again, hand on the hip, hand on the knee, I step. Look how I tap the back. And now watch when I drop my head and sprawl, one. From this situation, look, Max is starting to reach over my arm here, whether he's making an overhook, just overhook on the far side, other side. Nope, overhook. Nope. Sorry. Max can overhook here on my arm. My right hand comes up to his trap and I pull my head. Now from this situation, look how I'm gonna walk my left foot behind Max's Achilles. Since Max has an overhook here, there's an exposure on this side. And it's an easy thing. I take my left hand on the knee and I'm gonna hop hip to hip. So you'll notice my head's gonna go to the floor on the opposite side of my underhook. And now look how I'm gonna hop and slide my right knee through the space. As soon as my right knee comes through this space, my left hand comes over. I pull Max's elbow to my armpit, and I'm gonna step and look to slide through. Now I turn my hips down and I finish in top side control. So again, in this time, when we come over, Max has this low knee shield. I step, I sprawl, he makes an overhook on my arm like this. He's kind of wrapping my arm up. Look at my right hand, comes up to this trap. I pull my head in line. Now my left hand goes on top of the knee. I'm gonna pummel my left foot behind Max's. Notice when I do this, guys, I'm not keeping my left foot back here. I'm putting my left foot behind and I'm walking to create some more pressure on Max here. Now my head goes to the floor and my hips come up. I put my hip on Max's hip. My right knee is gonna cut through the space. As my left hand gathers this overhook, I slide everything through. I turn my hips down and we finish in top side control using a sprawling method to clear the knee shield. Now let's look at a method where we can go around the knee shield. So honestly, this is a very easy way to get around a knee shield too, because if Max has this knee shield here, imagine he has no frames. If I slide around and move into overback, it's actually a pretty easy thing to make sure this knee shield comes out. As I come over the top, look how I can sit, and now Max's knee shield comes completely clear. Okay, how we do this with some technique, Max has this frame. What I'm gonna look to do is club his frames down. So as I put my weight forward, my left hand's gonna pummel to the inside, and my right hand's just gonna swipe down and across this way. I use big muscle groups here. So I'm not looking to make like a super small movement right now. I'm doing exactly what I'm saying. I'm clubbing Max's arms. So as Max frames on me, look how my left hand comes in. My right elbow, I just turn one, and I club the frames out of the way. As soon as the upper body's free, my left hand starts to come over Max's back. And I'm gonna slide my left knee in the pocket of Max's hip. And when I do this, most of the time what you'll see is as I come forward, Max's knee shield comes out. And now when the knee shield's out, we have a ton of different options to pass the guard. If you're brand new, like day one thing I would suggest is just pushing on the knee and driving your knee into a quarter mount situation like this. If my partner is a little bit tougher, I'm feeling trouble to push the knee, I can take my right hand and reach through. I can scoop on the thigh. I can connect my hands here, push and pull, back step out, and pass the guard, okay? If my partner is so tough I can't do either of those things, it's not a bad read as well to just get back into chest-to-chest half guard where I make a cross face here. I take the underhook and I drive back to my knees. And now I'm in a situation where I'm chest-to-chest in half guard. So I've dealt with the knee shield, okay? And then we can pass half guard however you like chest-to-chest. But again, Max has this knee shield. I just want to take it free. As Max is framing on me here, my left hand comes in, I club with the right. Now I take my left hand over back and look how I sit. 1. As I sit, my left knee comes into the pocket of his hip and now his knee shield's cleared. Once the knee shield is cleared, easy thing. I can push, drive in the mount. I can reach through, break the legs, back step out. Or I can make a cross face and start moving right back in to a chest-to-chest half guard, or I can pass using a bunch of different methods. But again, the knee shield has come out. So in this method, we went over the knee shield to clear it using an overback grip. The next way that we're gonna look to pass a knee shield is from the staple position. To be honest, this is my favorite way to pass knee shields. I think it's much easier, and we have a few different options, and I'll show you one thing. When we look at this situation, so Max has the knee shield. Look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post my left foot, I'm gonna hop my right knee across Max's thigh like this. How did we get to a staple? Can look like that. It can also be from various passes where I already had my knee across Max's thigh and he's able to put this knee shield in. The coolest thing is every pass that we did before works the exact same. So from here, if Max is framing on me, I can tap the back, drop my head, and sprawl. And I can do the same passes we did before where I start to pummel my foot behind and walk or pop up and knee cut through. I can also, from this position, look to club Max's frames and now use the overback series the same way, sit through and walk to clear that knee shield out. But my personal favorite from this situation when I move into a staple is to use a Rau drag. I think that's the easiest way to clear a knee shield and also pass the guard all in one. When Max has his frames here, what I'm gonna do is take my left hand to the inside. I'm gonna reach to his wrist. As I push Max's hand out of my face, okay, I'm gonna take my right hand and pull his tricep down and across. So the upper body grips look like this. Left hand inside. Watch how I'm gonna punch and pull. 1. And now my head goes to the inside as my right elbow drags here. Look how my right elbow tucks to the inside. Now I'm gonna drive my right knee all the way through. I step my left leg over into like a north-south position. I can turn and sit to the arm, but honestly, I prefer to just drop the left knee and back step to take top side control. So again, from here, Max is framing on me strong, frame strong. Here, I'm leaning. My left hand comes inside. I'm gonna pop and pull. 1, 2. Look how my right elbow comes to the inside. I drive my right knee all the way through. I step my left leg over, and now as I drop the left knee, I just back step through. Now I'm gonna turn back to my knees, and we secure top side control position. One more time, head that way. From here, I'm up in a staple. I drive forward, 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 left hand inside. 1, 2. I cut my knee, I step all the way over, and now look how my left knee is gonna come down. I open my hips. From here, I turn everything back, and we finish in top side control using a Rau drag. One of my favorite ways to clear the knee shield. Guys, if you like this video and you want to see my favorite way to attack from top half guard using a Japanese necktie, you can click right here. If you want to see our full Jiu-Jitsu library, everything we have from white belt to black belt, you can try it for free for 7 days. You can click on Max's face right here.